that like a racism thing?
Is he black? Yeah.
No.
Why would they call him that?
Because he's fat and like really just like he's kind of like DJ Khaled, but like a really bad person. And he was calling.
Talented.
Yeah.
No.
He's more talented than DJ Khaled. That's that's objective. At that point, because like DJ Khaled doesn't actually produce anything. He produces. He doesn't like. He produces in like the movie sense.
He acquires.
He acquires
He
people.
looks greasy. That's what it was about. He's like wet in all his pictures.
You guys know that Frank Sinatra song, Under My Skin?
Yeah.
It was all I could think about the whole time we were watching this movie.
I thought you were talking about the cake song for a minute.
Great song. I love that song.
Yeah. That's just Arctic Monkeys cake version. But
I did not edit your poorly explained at all because I was busy. But it looks good to me.
Cool.
So I'm putting it in right now. The episode is started. If you want to go ahead and tell me what your media of the week is, Kenny.
Jesus. Really?
Whenever you like.
Okay. So my media of the week.
I should probably say that this is nobody asked for this. You know. I forgot about that.
Okay, you kind of have to edit that now.
No.
Yeah.
I was doing the thing that you said where I just like let the conversation happen and then like Joe Rogan style, you know? But then I just forgot to say.
Is he white? Because he looks like he could possibly not be white.
They're talking about Naughty Boy again?
Naughty Boy, yeah. Like he looks like.
It's not something that.
That looks
it doesn't
like
make
a
it like.
racism thing.
They wouldn't call him a chicken nugget as a race.
No,
the burnt part. Nice.
Was it burned or was it just a chicken nugget?
I
I
don't
really
know.
can't remember.
I heard burnt.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what it was, but I don't like clearly remember.
Okay.
I'm trying to find the lore. I'm sorry.
Good.
Naughty Boy Zane tweet.
Oh, Naughty Boy?
You fat joke. Stop pretending we're friends. No one knows you. Oh, because Zane got back and tweeted at Naughty Boy. Oh my God, this is crazy. Oh.
Do you listen to radio when Sam Smith was popular?
No.
Okay, never mind then. He had a song with Sam Smith.
Oh. I don't know who Sam Smith is.
Which song?
It's a La La La. It's a gay British dude that does R&B.
I feel like if you heard one of his popular
You know
songs, you
Sam
would
Smith.
probably recognize it.
You probably do.
Stay
Do
with
I?
me.
Stay with me.
How's it go?
No, I'm not hitting
No.
those
No.
notes.
I know that
We
song.
all looked at each other.
Yeah. No, I know that song. That was a trap. Welcome
Her
to Nobody
falsetto
Asked
is
for This.
better.
Than whose? Than yours?
Than mine would be, yeah.
I thought you were talking shit about Sam Smith. I was like, damn.
No.
Kenny, what's your media of the week?
All right. So, this little man called Josh Homme. Actually, not little at all. He's like
I was
over
gonna say,
6 feet
is
tall.
he that little?
He's like taller than me. He's not like an actual Hollywood little man like Tom Cruise. He's had a rough week. But
Why?
he's going through a divorce, which I'm trying to stay out of just 'cause it's not my fucking business. But like people that don't have morals, like that work for TMZ or something.
Yeah.
Not to name any publications, but
You did.
I just want to say for the record, I'm not going to talk shit about TMZ. I respect TMZ as a news outlet. Not because one day I might work for them at all. Continue.
because you two have no moral backbone. But
Sure.
as I was saying,
Fuck, Josh Homme is 6'4". Sorry, continue.
yeah,
That's a very tall man.
He's a big man.
Big boy.
But he went on Joe Rogan for a podcast. Or also, Them Crooked Vultures was taken off Spotify for a minute, which was
That's not good.
not good. But he went on Joe Rogan's podcast. It was just nice seeing a dude worth $10 million hop on in some like really ratty shirt, like not designer, but like what your dad would wear, and then your mom would like throw it out when they weren't looking. Like there's holes in like the back of it, and like holes in his armpits, and like it's like 25-year-old shirt. It's beat to hell and back. And he's just on there chilling, talking about like philosophy and shit, and it's really cool.
That's badass. Yeah. Mackenzie.
All right. Well, mine is an EP by an artist named Leon, who I think she's Scandinavian, isn't she?
Who did I just ask if you knew Leon? Was it you?
It was not
Not
me.
Was it you?
It was not
Oh,
me.
I asked Carrie earlier. Sorry, I thought it was one of them.
Mm.
I was just talking about it today. Sorry,
I
continue.
confuse myself for Carrie all the time.
Swedish.
I remember because I was sitting right out there. Shut up.
Swedish. Thank you, Bo.
Gotcha.
And I really love her Surround Me EP. I think it's bomb, and it's only like 4 songs, but they're such good songs.
She's
And I listen to it all the time. I highly recommend.
Did it
She's
come
so
out
good.
this
She
year?
is 2017.
Okay.
Her album did come out this year, and it is on my top 25 list. Put it on there. I also put it on my mom's CD, so Mom, you're listening. You know her. Just saying.
All right, Lauren, what's your media of the week?
Harry Styles. Is this my popcorn?
Yeah.
Cool. Harry Styles dropped Watermelon Sugar, and he was on SNL. So I was out and about when the song came out, and my trusty friend had his headphones on, and he said, "You trying to listen?" And I said, "Yeah." So in the midst of a house show, I put on headphones. And the band was on break. I wasn't that disrespectful. It wasn't like, I hate your music, I'm going to listen to Harry Styles. But, yeah.
If they were not on break, would you have put the headphones on?
I would have waited. Or maybe, like, excused myself. And gone and be like, I have to pee. Watermelon sugar. Ha. Yeah, so that was really good. Yeah, I was gonna talk about falling down a hole of 5-minute craft videos, but I thought Harry Styles was a better use of my time. So
Speaking of falling down a hole,
yeah.
in the past week, not even a week, 5 days, I have played probably over 20 hours of Pokemon at this point. Pokemon Sword and Shield came out, I believe, last Friday. And fuck, I have not enjoyed playing a video game as much as I have enjoyed Pokemon Sword and Shield in quite some time. There's a Pokemon that's an apple, okay? An apple. And it evolves into an apple. It's at the bottom half is an apple still, and it's got like a little head that comes out. And then the top half of the apple is pie crust, like a turtle shell on an apple, and it is the most precious thing I have ever seen in my life.
What's
Hey.
his name?
I don't remember.
I just googled apple pie Pokemon. I have no idea what the actual name is because you were talking to me
Yeah,
about
we were
it.
talking about it yesterday.
Is an apple a living thing?
Is an apple a living thing? No. Appleton is his name,
Appleton.
which
Of
is
course
just
it
absolutely
is.
just precious. Look at him.
Oh, I'm a big fan.
Where's his eyes?
They're beneath the red part there. It's like a little hat.
It took me a minute to adjust.
What a handsome young man.
It's like
He's-
that
he's
video of Jake
beautiful.
Gyllenhaal where he's like, he has no eyes. He has no eye. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
No.
Ryan Reynolds and Jake Gyllenhaal.
Oh, you sent me that.
Did I?
I do know that. I have seen that.
He
You
has
sent
no
it to me.
eyes. He's screaming. It's great. If anyone wants to join my Jake Gyllenhaal fan club, I'm starting it.
But yeah, Pokemon Sword is my media of the week. It's the first. Is that the first like music or movie related media of the week?
I almost did Animal Crossing, but I didn't.
It's the first video game.
Yeah, it's certainly the first video game. We're breaking new ground here this week. Lauren, you want to introduce the album that we listened to?
So zoned out. Yeah.
What's it called?
A Brief Inquiry into Online Relationships by the 1975. It came out last fall, I believe.
It was like about a year ago, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, mid-November, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
It's their third actual album, and it's paired with an album that hasn't come out yet, which is, what's the name of the album that's coming out?
I do not remember.
I don't think it's the name of the album.
No, that is the name of the album.
They have a new album that's coming out this month or January. God, my scarf just hit the mic.
Yeah, I heard it.
But anyways, this is
The new
part
album is
one.
called Notes on a Conditional Form.
Yes, that is
That's what
it.
it is.
So they're not like connected, like they're both two separate like theories and ideas and concepts, but they are in a pair. So take that as you will, but that's the album. I've listened to it before. What did you guys think?
I've also listened to it before.
I had heard 3 songs by them before this came out. Or before I listened to this, not before it came out. But also probably only heard 1 song before it came out. But
Any of the new ones or just the
no,
old ones?
It was Bosha Meet People and Love Me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd heard Chocolate before on my alt station back home.
Yes.
How does it compare to those 3 tracks?
Well, I didn't like Chocolate at all.
So is it better than Chocolate?
At points.
Okay.
At points, it is. I feel bad, but I feel the same way about this album as I do about Hobo Johnson's album. But for this, the Tiny Desk is in the actual album. It's just the Gods of Shuffle, because I started it and I started off with 1975, which is like the intro track, and then I just hit shuffle, and so I heard 2 Time, Love It If We Made It, and then I Always Wanna Die back to back, and those are the 3 best songs on the album in my opinion.
I agree.
Yeah.
And then the next one was The Man Who Married a Robot.
Oh, I forgot about that.
And then
Is that the one where he just talks?
it's one where he just talks
very, very,
about
very lonely
like
man.
Yeah.
alt-right trolls or whatever, and
I don't know.
He falls in love with
also it's like her as well.
the whole
Yeah.
He's like
the whole
Snowflake.
concept of the album is
Snowflake
Destroyer.
Smashers
On-
69
on-
or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
online relationships. So that's what that song is about.
Okay.
It's a concept album.
Okay.
It makes sense.
Yeah, but the
I've
rest of
heard
the
it from
album-
front to back before, and I didn't really know it was a concept album. So
Brief inquiry into online relationships, and then all the songs are about online relationships.
one of them is about doing heroin in a car while having sex.
Also, isn't,
No, that's actually just the first 3 lines. But okay.
isn't I Like America and America Likes Me about like gun violence?
Hmm.
Okay, how's that about online relationships?
It's the album as a whole, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
It's all kind of like a commentary on the current state of America.
Okay.
From a British guy.
I mean,
Hate
it
that.
kind of
It fucking
concerns all of
interlopers.
us. I mean,
British or American people like never talk about like Boris Johnson or
yes,
like
we do. We talk about Brexit.
kind of, but not
Not
with
very
the same
often.
like vehemence as like
Yeah,
European
it's because
people.
it's because British people still think they have some stake in America. It's like they're not even on our fucking mental radar anymore.
yeah,
We're so far past them. They need to get over it.
yeah.
I'm sick of fucking British people. I'm going to war. 1776 Part 2.
Yeah, but you have to take it to the island this
Yeah.
time, unless you can get them to invade.
Storming the beaches. Mackenzie, what did you think about this album
It's definitely my least favorite album from them.
from the 1975?
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah. There are a few songs on it I really like, but overall it doesn't hit the same way for me as the other 2.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
What is your favorite 1975 album? I Like It When You Sleep or the 1975?
The 1975. It's my
Big
favorite.
agree. That is the album that has Chocolate on it, Kenny, but I think that is a weak track from that album, and I think the rest of the album is very good.
I haven't heard that song since it came out.
I will
so-
say I do like Chocolate though. I'll put myself
That was my
out there.
first song I ever heard by them. I heard it on the radio on Alt Nation with my mom. When I literally remember where we were. I was in Toledo and it came on the radio and I was like, what is this man saying? And we like looked at the lyrics and I was like, God, this song is awful. And I like looked at the lyrics and then I went home and I was like, why do I want to listen to that song again? And it was born. The Addiction. I bought tickets like a month later to see them.
Nice. I know the people I know that love the 1975 do really like this album though.
This album is really good for me. I feel like they've gotten better with each album. I don't know if it's just because I listened to the 1975, their first album, so much when I was like 14 that it's just kind of done for me. It was just kind of, for me, it's like a basic, very like where most indie rock bands start out. And a lot of indie bands don't go past that, I think, with like developing. But I feel like the 1975 kind of they went further the next time. And I feel like they went even further with this album because they did a lot of political commentary and they kind of, I don't know how, I get that there aren't as many like track for track bangers, but I feel like as a concept album, it was really good. So, I don't know.
I've listened to all 3 of the 1975's albums. I'm not like a huge super fan or anything, but I like some of their songs. I think this is my least favorite of their albums. I also like the 1975 a lot more. I'm very much looking forward to whatever the fuck stupid pretentious title the next album has, because People is amazing. I love it so much. It's a single from that album.
But you know the other single from the album.
No, I haven't listened to it.
It's Greta Thunberg talking.
Oh, yeah.
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 So you know the whole album is not going to be People.
Why couldn't it be?
Because it's the 1975.
Wait, is it
Stop
just
trying
her
to
talking?
stomp on my
Yeah.
dreams.
Did you listen to, you probably don't know
It's
that.
like an intro track.
It's like an intro track. It's the
And the album's about like
the instrumentals
environmentalism.
of How to Draw behind Greta Thunberg talking about the crisis of climate change.
Okay, so it's not just like...
No.
It's still a weird single, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is,
But it's like the
But it's
thesis
like-
statement of the album. So
it is,
Okay.
it is that. It's also like, they put it out not to make money on it, but to kind of, help get word out about the planet dying. And they gave money to Greta Thunberg. It was pretty cool.
there is another single.
Yeah, it just came out.
Yeah, Frail State of Mind.
Mm-hmm. It was good.
That
Somebody tried to
sounds
get me to
metal
listen
as
to it,
fuck.
and I just fucking ignored them. I swerved them.
It was probably me.
It was Will.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, he tried to play it for me like out of his laptop speakers, and I was like, this is not how I listen to music. We're just going to stop that right now. But yeah, I'm also kind of afraid to listen to it because I know that it's not going to sound like People, but I
doesn't.
want it to all sound like People because that song is
I think
great.
if it all sounded like People, it would
be a great punk record.
lessen the impact of People.
Maybe.
It would make it just kind of a flat album if they all sounded the same. Yeah.
That's how I feel about this album, so I cannot disagree.
Their style's cool. I think a lot of people, when you say you like the 1975, it's kind of, there's like a stigma of you being like a basic white girl who sits outside for their concerts for hours. I don't deny that that's me. It's totally me. I literally love them to death. They're one of my favorites. But I think they're cool because they kind of come off as a pop band, but they're like a weird political like rock band. I don't know. They have a weird...
I got like indie pop from Two Time.
Mm-hmm.
People is obviously rock.
The other two
I'd
albums
say
are
Chocolate's
more
more
like indie
like
rock.
All indie
Yeah.
rock, yeah.
Yeah.
I also think they've obviously grown a lot. I think the reason I'm past their first album the most is that I just like to see how they've grown and how they've gone from being, oh my god, we're so indie, we're so cool, we're so hip, that it's all black and white, our shows are black and white, everything is black and white. And then for the second album they were like, you know what, we're gonna go bright white and pastel pink and we're gonna be even cooler now.
Their opening show, or their like first shows were black and white.
Mm-hmm. Everything was black
That's
and white.
so fucking cool.
That is badass.
That is pretty bad.
I didn't know that, but that makes me like it even more now. Cause like I don't look at the lore or anything. I just listen to the music.
I don't look at the lore, but I did live it.
Okay, so you were there.
Yeah, I have a black and I have everything was black and white, and then for the second show, everything was bright colors. So it was like, I remember they deleted all of their accounts. It was all black and white. And then one day, everyone was like, the 1975 deleted all their accounts. They're quitting as a band. The whole like thing was like, ah! It was like when One Direction was still a thing. So like it was all like one fandom, you know.
Yeah.
You know how it
I saw
goes.
this tweet one time. Not to interrupt you, but
I think you sent it to me. I know
the
what
tweet.
you're gonna say.
Yeah, the tweet was like, girls that grew up listening to One Direction listen to the 1975 now.
This is real.
That is the true shit that I've ever heard in my life.
It is. But then they came back and everything was bright pink. And that album was just like a more poppy version of their first album. But I think they're doing new things now. And they're, even past the music, they're doing all plastic-free CD packaging. They're doing everything electronic. For their last shows, you could bring in their old merch or any t-shirt, any article of clothing, and they would reprint their tour logos on kind of recycling things. They're doing a lot with Greta Thunberg, like I said, this single. Like, they're doing more, I don't know. They have morals, and Maddie's pretty politically active on social media, and he speaks out a lot. He donates to great things. I don't know. I think they're doing the most.
That sounds really cool. I respect that. I hope for the next album it sounds like it's going to be pretty cool. I feel like some of the political and social commentary in this one is a little tired.
I think it's flat. Yeah. But the world moves pretty quick these days.
So it's hard to make an album that's like
that stays sailing.
When it
for
came
more
out,
than a
it
week.
was relevant.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did not listen to it when it came out.
That is
But-
true.
But yeah, what I'm saying is
But-
that the world moves fast. So like, if it was relevant when it came out, I understand why it's not anymore.
But like, We Didn't Start the Fire is political, and
True.
that's still a banger.
See, it's
and they like remade that song in one of the
Love
songs.
It If We Made It.
Yeah.
Love It If We Made It's a great song. I think that's my favorite off the album. Top track.
Love It If We Made It, Two Time are the only two that I even remember what they're called.
Time to Time to Time. The first time I heard Time to Time, I hated it. I was like, this is god awful. And then it was really catchy. And I was like, I guess I gotta listen to it again.
If you need the track list, I have it right here.
Just
Oh,
pull it
never
up.
mind. Fuck you.
Inside Your
I
Mind.
already said my top two. Actually, I don't know why.
Yeah, I know.
I really like Sincerity is Scary and Love It If We Made It.
Sincerity is
Yeah.
Scary is also really good. I think, Inside Your Mind was one of my favorites. I don't know why. There's nothing really that's like super stands out about it, but it was one of those that, like, you know, when you go through an album the first time and you kind of like hit all the top tracks and then you kind of go back again and you're like, wow, I kind of like slept on this song a little bit.
Yeah.
I think Inside Your Mind is one of those like sleeper tracks where like once you find it and you like are able to like isolate it and listen to it, it's a really good song. It's got a lot of choral build up. It's cool.
Was gonna say that I agree, but I forgot what song you said.
Inside Your Mind.
Yes, I do agree. Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
It's the one where he goes, I can't hit that note. He goes, it's like, no, it's like the really deep one. He's like, inside your mind. And there's a cool guitar riff that's like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that Phantom of the Opera?
Yeah. Featuring,
Yes.
Jesus Christ, I forgot the guy that. I learned the thing for Phantom of the Opera on piano. My grandma taught it to me. The dun, 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 dun. I was 5 tops. I was like, Grandma, teach me teach me how to play the opening from Phantom of the Opera. Nobody else?
No, I didn't. I've never had a piano before.
I didn't have. Okay. Yep. All right.
My grandma never owned a piano either.
I like almost learned Black Parade, like the beginning piano part.
Everybody knows the note.
Yeah. Me jabbing
Love
at
that
the
shit.
piano.
I'm gonna get, when I own a house,
Yeah.
I'm going to buy a piano so that I can play.
Upright.
I had one of the baby
Not
pianos.
upright, but like the-
I don't know if
like-
I made that clear.
Yeah, like
but like
a
we don't
real
have like
piano.
a grand piano.
Well, yeah, I know.
It
Just
was
like a
one
little
of
house
those.
piano.
No, it was one of the baby ones that was like this big.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
I thought you had like a pimpin' ass piano.
No.
Never mind.
no.
Type organ.
I'm gonna get a pimpin' ass piano.
We're like,
and I'm gonna play
we didn't
the
have a
fucking
piano, and I'm like,
Kakariko
I think this
Village.
was
That's what I'm gonna do. That's the plan.
Alright.
Those are the only 2 steps in the plan, though. So like,
Cool.
a lot of room to work with there.
I didn't get to listen to this album before we talked about it, and now all I want to do is listen to it.
Well, good news.
So let's hurry up so I can listen to
There's-
it.
There's no show next week, so you don't have to do any homework.
Yeah, I do.
Well, not for this. You don't.
I was talking about Kanye.
Kanye. Thought you said Connie. I was like, why are you talking about my grandma?
Yeah, what? Yo, Kanye, why didn't you have a piano?
Sad.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Are we
Poorly
rapping?
explained. Yeah, I think we wrapped already.
Okay.
Everyone satisfied?
Good with me.
Poorly
Did you go like that?
explained. I was hoping she would give me more beat after I said the first word, but she did not. Anyways.
I thought you were just like blank staring at me. I'm like, okay, he doesn't like my
No.
beatboxing. I will stop.
No, I was waiting.
I can't do it now. I'm gonna start laughing.
So should I do a score update? The scoreboard's getting kind of stupid. It gets a little
My
more
mom's
stupid
like,
every week.
I got a point, yay!
Yeah. So it's Lauren has 5, Mackenzie has 4, and Kelly has 1, and the house has 1.
The squirrel outside also has 1.
Yeah. No, he has 3. You better watch out.
The squirrels are.
They're from
Way too
Harvard. They're
smart.
mad smart.
Yeah.
Every day, one of these squirrels will like cross my path and stop in the middle of the walkway and look at me like
South
he's
Green?
challenging me.
Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always think
Then
they're
I'm
gonna
like,
do not
charge
care.
I will
me.
fucking punt you. You are tiny and dumb, and I will punt you.
They're not.
And
They're
then they
from
move.
Harvard. They're smart.
Smart for a squirrel.
I wish I was smart as a squirrel.
Speaking of that, we were talking about in the Joe Rogan episode a praying mantis fighting a mouse. The praying mantis like beat it and then ate its ear.
That's fucked up.
Just its ear?
Yeah.
Only the ear.
Oh.
That's like that's like spitting on the grave,
Like-
you know?
Yeah, but like
You think he heard him crunching?
he had to. Like that'd be awful.
Imagine just someone like chomping on your ear, like not in that way, like in a bad way, where they're just like eating it. It sounded like I meant it like when people are like.
Not to me, it didn't.
It did to me because I was thinking of that Hannah Montana episode where that's just going so many ways. Mitchell Musso was like, "Oh yeah, because Jake cheated on Miley / Hannah." He goes, "Yeah, he was nibbling on somebody else's ear." So when I heard he's chewing on, I'm done.
Anyway, if you're having a bad day, just be glad praying mantises aren't like 5 feet tall because
'Cause that would be fucked. We would all be
we
fucked.
would be dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be scary.
They would
They're
treat
men
us
of-
the way that we treat them.
No, they're men of God. They always be praying.
And eating people's ears while they're alive. That's
Nom nom nom.
Can you imagine getting pinned to the ground by a 5-foot praying mantis that has like scythe hands and it
Stop.
eats your ear?
Ah.
they're men of God, but like Conquistador men of God.
That's the
Oh
title.
my god. Oh, well, let me write that down.
Okay, what's our poorly explained?
Do you want to read it or do you want me to read it?
Should I eat my popcorn? I'll crunch.
Fuck it, I'll read it because you're typing it.
ASMR.
I mean, I it's right here. I can read it.
Okay,
Welcome to
you
the
read it then.
Okay.
If you wanna.
The fuck is going on?
ASMR.
Okay.
This is popcorn. I eat.
Go like this. This is popcorn.
This is popcorn. I panic ate 3 bags in our journalism class today because I had to present a video. So I ate 3 bags.
Take a bite. Amazing.
Kenny, what's our poorly explained?
Popcorn slaps. Okay, so the poorly explained this week. I'm not doing that anymore. The poorly explained this week is tiny town torn apart by an illegal alien.
Alien? No.
Oh,
E.T.?
Damn.
Yep.
So you make them too easy, and Lauren will get them every time.
Yes,
The thing
thank
is,
you,
though,
because I am
The
stupid.
next time,
No, you just click on the draw.
Make them easy and she'll get them every time.
You will.
the thing is though, next one will be like, it's super easy, and like no one's gonna know what it is.
Exactly.
That's because we've all seen E.T.
Yeah. You also, like most of the movies I'm bringing up, or all of them, are like not. I'm trying to do like really mainstream movies that like are classics and everyone and their grandma has seen.
I appreciate that.
That's nice.
We're trying.
Trying. Unlike the movie that we watched this week,
Alien.
Ghost
Kind
in
of.
the Shell.
Boy, I wish it was Alien.
The standalone complex.
You know what I said? Bo came out to talk to me about this movie that we haven't introduced yet, and I was like, why does she play the same role in every movie?
You told me a movie. What
I
did
think
you
it's
say to
because
me?
she can't act.
That's what I said.
I
But like
said Ghost
we were
in the
talking
Shell.
about it. No, I said Ghost in the Shell. You fucker.
Oh, I said she was in Jojo Rabbit, and she was actually really good.
Ah.
No.
We're talking about Scarlett Johansson, and the movie is Under the Skin.
Yep.
Cool.
I actually want to introduce this movie
Go for it.
last
Why?
Last.
because I want to.
That doesn't make sense.
It does in my mind. So if you just want to like,
Inside your mind with Scarlett Johansson.
Elaborate for me why we would wait to introduce
Okay.
it.
how this I'll like brief introduction and I'll
No, just what is your reasoning if it's
Oh,
good?
brief introduction. Fuck you, Bo. Sci-fi movie by Jonathan Glazer came out 2013. It's about Scarlett Johansson as an alien, and she's
She's a succubus.
about an alien becoming more human. What do you think of it, Mackenzie?
I disliked it, but I also liked it. Like, I feel like it would be a really good short film. I feel like I didn't need to sit through almost 2 hours of that.
God bless you.
But I like the
Right.
idea, and I like how they executed it. And I've read that they used like real people, real men, like to get in the car, and that's
Just
a
off
pretty,
the street?
Yeah, like that's a
Badass.
pretty
Oh
provocative
shit!
idea.
Okay, so it's like
Yeah,
they
they're not
CGIing the men?
synthetic men. Yeah,
like we
but
can't find any Scottish
um,
people.
the
They don't
pacing,
exist.
the pacing of this movie is very
Whoa.
2001: A Space Odyssey, very Kubrick. It fucking takes its time, and I like that. I appreciate that. I'm a big Kubrick fan, so when I saw it, I was like, oh shit, here we go.
What do you think of it, Lauren?
I did not like it. I don't like Scarlett Johansson. So I had no idea. I watched this movie like 3 hours ago. I had no information on it. I just typed it in completely legally. And
Yes.
I saw it with Scarlett Johansson. I was like, okay, she's hit or miss. Because I really hated her until I saw her in Jojo Rabbit. And I was like, okay, she kind of fit that role. And she was actually really good. This movie was not it for me. It was slow. It made me uncomfortable to the point where like I didn't want to watch it anymore. Bo watched me skip like 20 minutes.
She did. I want to say that she skipped 20 minutes, and it was like just like the perfect 20 minutes where nothing actually, like where whatever was already happening was starting to wrap up, and you could
Because
figure out what was going to
Guess
happen,
what? He
and
came
whatever
out-
she skipped into in the 20 minutes was like something that she could pick up what was going on.
I did the perfect jump, and it was completely necessary for me to continue to watch the movie.
Was it when the second guy went under?
It was
Yes,
after.
it was from when the second guy went under to when the sex scene was happening, the only sex scene.
Okay.
And
Oh,
while Bo was
Wait,
standing there.
Did you miss Tesco guy then?
yeah.
Yeah, no.
Cause that's a real actor.
Which guy? The guy
Um,
with the deformity?
Yeah.
No, I
Oh,
saw him.
it was after that guy.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it was when the motorcycle man is putting him in the trunk.
Well, I kind of predicted the whole thing anyway, because when Bo came out, I said, "What? She's like a robot that's gonna like, get morals," and then he like looked at me, and I was like, "Oh, cool." So that's exactly what happens. And then we skipped to the sex scene, and I was like, aren't aliens asexual?
Yes, the real aliens that we know of in real life are asexual.
Yeah, just in general.
Yeah.
You know, real aliens are asexual.
Yes.
And I was like, they don't have sex. And
There's
so
probably some fucking bacteria on like
then
Mars.
Right
you.
away.
No, dude, an entomologist at Ohio University actually today I saw that he discovered that there was life on Mars. It's
I love that David Bowie song.
reptile-like reptilian-esque life on Mars.
Yeah, dude.
Discovered by local entomologists.
So then
David
anyways,
Icke.
they didn't have sex because guess
Good
what?
try.
She was asexual and she doesn't have sex organs. And I said, wow. Crazy. But it was very slow for me. I don't know. It wasn't.
That's 2 dislikes.
I feel
but-
like it could have been a really
Okay.
strong. I like what Mackenzie said about it being a really strong and creepy short film that would have had almost more impact by it not been drawn out so long. Like I got the point after like the second guy, and I was like, yeah, no, this is what's gonna happen.
What do you think of it?
I really liked it.
Okay.
I mean, it's not even 2 hours, so I don't think it's that long.
It was
Hour
only
45.
Yeah.
It felt
it
so
felt
long.
so
Yeah.
long.
So like compared to a movie like 2001: A Space Odyssey, that's clocks in around 3 hours, and Shining also clocks in around 3 hours. Those movies are as slow, maybe slower at points. I didn't really notice it.
I feel
okay.
like there's other movies that
I like blinked, and then it was like, oh, the movie's
Like,
3/4 of the way over. I was
Once
like,
Upon a Time in Hollywood was a very long movie, but kept my attention
yeah,
the
it's
entire
longer
time.
than this movie
Yeah,
by about an hour.
that movie felt longer than Once Upon a Time in Hollywood because it kept my attention. It was such like a, I guess that's more fast paced.
Well, that's supposed to be like a fun movie. This movie's not supposed to be fun.
It wasn't a lot of anything for me. But like, I see how people would like it. It just wasn't
Yeah.
for me.
I also see why people wouldn't like it, but I really liked it.
I thought there were redeeming parts. I really liked the parts where she took them into the back of her van in the, I called it the Shadow Realm or something stupid.
Going to the Shadow Realm, Jimbo.
Yeah. With like the weird kind of eerie string music, I thought was really good.
Yeah, the fucking noise that happened when they were getting
Yeah.
put in the water.
I
was
thought that
badass.
was good. I thought that was good. See, I would have loved that in a short film, but it was too long.
So the reason I chose this movie was because I watched it for the first time toward the very beginning of the summer. It's like I kind of remembered parts of it and also kind of didn't. And I fucking hated it.
Really?
Like,
Stupid.
I hated it. Like 1 out of 10, if not below.
Did you letterboxed it?
And then I was just looking at reviews, also letterboxed, but like
I meant, did you write a review on
No.
Letterboxd? Okay.
actually was a coward and gave it higher than I believed it should have because everyone, like, I was just looking through reviews trying to like see if like they brought up any like negative points that I agreed with, and they were all just glowing like this movie's perfect in every way.
Yeah. I
And
did
so
the same
I
thing.
was like and then this is the second film I've seen by the director. I didn't know it at the time.
Glazer? John Glazer?
Jonathan Glazer, yeah. This is a better movie than the other one I saw, which is
Oh,
called
God.
like Warm Bodies, Hot Bodies.
No, not Warm Bodies.
Not
Oh
Not-
my god.
not
I was
the-
like, well,
No.
that makes sense. That
No.
movie was awful.
Not the zombie rom-com.
That movie was so
It's something. It has Ben Kingsley in it. It doesn't matter. No one's gonna
He
watch
made
it.
a lot of like weird concert movies for Radiohead. Did you know that?
That does not surprise me.
No,
'cause,
not
like,
at all. When I
That's
was
people that-
looking through his IMDb, I was like,
People that really like-
yeah.
Tom York just fellatiating himself on the mic are also gonna love him.
So did you end up liking the movie more, or do
The
you
second
still
time,
hate it?
I like it more. I like it a lot more. I like it almost up to the rating I gave it, which was like 3 stars. So
So like a 6.
it's
Out
like
of
a
what?
6 out of 10.
Oh, okay.
So is that what you would give it now?
That's what I'd give it now.
That's what it has on IMDb.
Yeah.
I felt
Okay.
like that was about deserving.
Okay, Rotten Tomatoes. I just looked it up, and it's 55 audience, 85 critics.
Yeah.
I would go more like
Everyone was-
85.
Everyone was giving it glowing reviews, and I was sitting here on I was playing Animal Crossing while I was watching
It's
it,
a critic movie.
and I was like, this has not held my attention. Other than I would catch myself looking up every time they went into that black, and that was what was interesting to me.
Okay.
But her driving around with the blank facial expression, the same thing happening over and over, I was like,
I really like that shit.
I hated
I had
Her
my
f- her
I had my
face-
Switch in my lap while I was watching this movie. I was like, I'm gonna play Pokemon if this movie fucking bores me. And then I noticed that my Switch had gone to sleep about a half hour into the movie, and I was like, just
I
keep
did that
going.
same thing, except that
Bro, she didn't even give it the time of day.
I did. I watched the entire beginning and I said, wow, this is moving very slowly.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love how she wasted all this time learning English in the opening sequence, and then she's talking to all these dumb fucking British people that don't even
They're
speak English.
They're Scottish.
It's Scottish.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, yes, it does. They're so Scottish, it hurts.
Yeah, their accents.
They're like subtitled.
yeah,
Scottish.
that's what I was getting at. Is
I
that it's
love
like that's
Scottish
not the same
accents.
language that I speak. That's a totally different language.
She can understand.
But she has like
it,
a
though.
nice, pleasant British accent.
I thought that was interesting that she could just easily understand that because, I mean,
She's an alien.
yeah, that they don't talk like that.
Bro, she spent all that time learning English.
And the motorcycle dude,
What about him?
he was in Scotland, so like I would assume
Oh, yeah.
he inundated her with the
Mm.
dialect
Scott.
and the accent. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know the ending was supposed to be not good, but it was supposed to like move you, maybe? Was that the effect that was supposed to have? With
In
like
what way?
With like the logger? I don't know. Like, you know, like in Hereditary, how we were all like, the ending was crazy, like this happened, like the ending was just insane. I felt like that's how this was supposed to be, since
Oh.
the whole thing was kind of slow. The ending was supposed to like pick up. Is that I'm just
I
trying
did
to
not get that.
like what was
I
the
did not get
flow
that
of the
either.
film? Okay.
Because I feel
Well-
like it stayed about the same pace.
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't get that, but I didn't know if
She's
I was
on
supposed
fire,
to.
and it's like 5 minutes of her on fire. Like she does not get like. There's no
I'm like, roll in the
increase
snow.
in pacing or anything.
Roll in the snow. She was running on fire in the snow. I'm like, you dumb alien.
She was walking pretty slow.
Yeah.
Yeah. He just dumped gasoline on you, man. Like, show some hustle.
She was kind of done being alive at that point, I think.
Yeah.
I would be. If I made my focus on men, I would also be done by the entire. Like she had that fun time with those girls, and she was just like dipping. Bye. Hang out with the girls, man.
She's a succubus. Succubus gotta suck.
No, I don't like that.
I feel like Jonathan Glazer has like a good idea for a movie, because the other one, it's called, well, I don't know, I don't care. It's not worth my. It's not worth it. It's not good. Is like.
Are you sure you don't want to watch it again and change your mind?
I definitely do not, because like Under the Skin is like
Birth?
kind of no. It's
Sexy beast.
Sexy Beast. Yeah.
that what it
Oh
is?
no, that's not a good title.
It's a like British
Oh, it's from
dude.
2000.
That's like
Does not bode well.
Sci-fi shouldn't have existed in the 2000s.
It's actually not
that's
sci-fi
not
at all.
true.
It's about a British dude just like chilling in his mansion, and then Ben Kingsley shows up and starts harassing him and like making fun of his wife, and then eventually he kills him and goes on a heist, and that's it. And the heist is shot in the least interesting way possible.
Yeah. This
Of
made me
course.
oddly want to watch more sci-fi, like good sci-fi movies. Like, I know I
Okay.
was saying Alien as a joke earlier, but it made me really want to watch Alien.
Sexy beast is rated more highly than this movie is.
It sounds more interesting.
It sounds more interesting.
It
but
does not sound more interesting to me.
I would much rather watch Under the Skin again, even though I just watched it last night, than watch Sexy Beast one more time.
I kind of thought about watching it again.
I will not be watching this movie again. Nor
That's
will I be
fair.
going back to watch the section that I skipped because I don't feel bad about it.
I feel like I'll think about this movie again, but I won't watch
Yeah.
it again.
I mean, I always like to like watch movies. I'm not mad I watched it Because then if anyone ever brings it up, I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, I've seen that.
It fits because it's like muted the entire time. Like the color palette, the music, everything about it
That's true.
is really muted. Which, going back to Sexy Beast, not muted. The dude's skin is bright red, as Bo can see
saw that.
on the cover.
Yeah.
It's like California, so it's like really colorful, but it's also still muted
Wow.
and less.
Is it the 1975 album?
20 years old. Almost 20 years old. I'm just saying, like,
Yeah,
so it probably sucks because it's almost 20 years old.
That's not an excuse.
that's the reason it sucks.
Yeah. There
Yeah.
are very few movies that have aged well
Why does this have so many
from
awards?
the early 2000s.
Oh, British Indie
Think about
Film
it.
Awards, Best Film, London Film Festival,
I don't know, it
Oscar
came out in
nominee.
2000.
Yeah, but like all of them were trying to use like digital effects that weren't quite ready.
There's no like CGI. In
Yeah.
this.
The
It's just like
yeah.
imagine if Ocean's 11 was.
I'm just thinking of like The Matrix, which is actually 1999,
dude,
but
oh,
that's what I'm thinking of. I'm like,
The slogan for
That's what I think of when I think of
Sexy
the early
Beast is
2000s.
yes or yes. That's unfortunate.
it's
it sounds
two
like
guys.
a frat boy.
Yeah. This has 7 stars. They all look like very creepy men. And then the title is yes or yes. And there's one woman and all creepy men. And it doesn't give me warm fuzzies.
Yeah,
It's
it
not-
does
But
not
I'm not
exactly
gonna-
sound like a pleasant movie.
It's
It's not the
It's not
feel
a
good film
pleasant-
of
it's
the
not-
year.
it's not gonna be a feel good film, but it's also far from rapey. It's more yes
see
or
that
yes,
it's
as in
colorful.
he's forced to do this heist job that he doesn't want to do, and less forced to do
This
other things.
this man in this movie looks exactly like Al Pacino.
Which
Who?
one?
Ian
And-
McShane.
Ian McShane does not look. Ian McShane is in this movie.
He looks like
First of all,
he looks like if Frankie
Is he-
He's a great
Valley
actor.
Is he?
Frankie Valley
I think he's
and
the dude
Al Pacino
on
had a
the cover.
child,
I
you'd
think
get
he's
this.
the
I saw. Oh, I didn't like look super close at the
Oh,
cover.
no.
I saw
I-
the like the banner image. Nah, that's Ian McShane, dude. That's not.
If Al
Oh, yeah.
Pacino and Frankie Valley had a baby, y'all
Ah.
can't tell me that's not it.
The only person I could see is the dude or the young dude in The Exorcist, but I don't really see Al Pacino.
He was Blackbeard in the Pirates of the Caribbean. Tyler, he
Ian
was
McShane?
he was the villain in Kung Fu Panda. That's why I know that name.
He's also Winston in John Wick,
Yeah,
and he's in Deadwood, and he's in
I haven't seen that.
American Gods,
He's
I haven't
in
seen that.
and he's in one
he's in
episode
Game
of
of
Game of Thrones. He's in one episode of Game of Thrones.
Probably haven't seen that either.
You have not, because it's kind of far into the series, and you didn't get that far.
Yeah,
He's also in Hellboy. He's in a lot of shit.
yeah.
No.
I'm a big fan of Mr. McShane.
Yeah.
I-
It seems like it would work on paper, but
Does not.
if you want to watch it, and
I
you
don't
wanna
wanna
give
watch
a
it.
review for me of the week next week,
I
will
might do that actually.
eat my shoe, but I'll eat my shoe in a room far away from where you're watching it.
No, we should record that for the YouTube.
I think
Oh,
that would be
yeah.
good content.
Kenny eating his shoe.
Or put it on our Patreon.
I was gonna say that. That's what I was gonna say.
We have a Patreon, please.
It fits
pay
the
us.
foot theme.
Yeah.
Amazing.
You know, Lauren,
Yeah.
are you prepared for the foot people to discover that this offer exists
Yeah.
and for them to very seriously take you up on it?
Dude, I need money. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
Foot people aren't
Okay,
gonna
I'm just gonna
discover a
say-
podcast.
We shall see.
We could like.
Bo's gonna go into like the
Why
r
can't I
slash
tell
R
you-
slash
Yeah.
foot.
r
All
slash
of my
foot or
friends that have
something.
gotten offer for
Based.
foot pictures, like it's insanity.
Is it called like a foot-ish or something? Cause like
No, they're not that clever.
They should though. A footish.
yeah,
A
or
foot
or
fetish?
or like a fetish.
Mm-mm.
You
No,
should
not
do
fetus.
marketing.
No,
for
no,
that.
no,
No.
no, 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 no.
No, that's just like
That's
Fetus.
just
with a lisp,
fetus.
Yeah.
It might be a fetus. It might not be.
I don't know. But fetuses do like put their foot in their mouth, don't they?
I don't fucking know.
No,
Maybe.
they curl up. They're curled up because they're,
Yeah.
they don't eat their feet, though.
Not like eat, but
I
like,
bet Tarantino ate his foot in the womb.
I think he likes girl feet.
That's not proven. He likes all feet. I saw that really creepy video of Ariana Grande being super sexualized. And did anyone else see that today? And like they used to do those like the slap like promo videos, and like her bare feet were in it, and it looked
from
like a
Victorious.
Yeah, it looked like a
Dan Schneider.
Yeah.
Alleged pedophile Dan Schneider.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can watch any one of those. Known
foot fetish.
Known foot fetish. Yeah.
Is he?
Yes.
I
if
can
you watch
tell.
any single one of those, like
They have,
iCarly.
oh my god, they have
Drake and
faces on their
Josh.
toes.
Yep.
Oh.
And there's the one episode.
No.
There's the one episode
Tori
where
shoots a bow and arrow with her feet.
Yep.
Oh no.
And then
oh,
there's
no,
the one episode of iCarly.
Things.
There's a one episode of iCarly where she gets her toe stuck in a bathtub
Oh my
or
God,
something.
she does.
They're everywhere, dude. There's like a bunch of episodes where they just like take off their shoes and they like step on stuff. Yeah, no, it's
so much.
it's disgusting.
I just thought it was a weird, quirky show.
No.
Why do you make such good shows? Why do I still gotta watch them. I still think they're funny. Can't wait for iCarly to go on Netflix. I'm so excited.
When is iCarly coming to Brazil? Nobody knows that joke?
No.
Well, fuck. Okay. Never mind then. Fuck it. Podcast is canceled. We're done.
iCarly Kids Bop version.
Next week there will not be a podcast. But in 2 weeks there will be a podcast. There will not be a movie on this podcast. There will not be a Poorly Explained.
Oh, why not?
There will not be any sorts of medias of the week.
Will there be
Oh,
any
tell us
music on it?
why.
There will be a special guest.
God? Jesus?
Kind of. His name is Ben Peters. He will be on to discuss the entire discography of Kanye West. We'll be listening to all 9 studio albums. I'm not going to listen to that Jay-Z collab. You don't have to listen to Kid Ghost, but it's pretty good, so I would recommend it.
And it's pretty short.
It's like 23 minutes or something. But we will be listening to all 9 of them. We'll have quite the roundtable discussion.
Bro, I love Astro World.
I'm not sure how we're going to fit 5 people on these 4 microphones, but we will find a way. I promise.
Listen, guys, I laughed at my joke.
Cut the mic in half.
Just whoosh. Cut the mic in half. Oh, yeah, we can.
She
See,
said
can
Kanye
you
West
roll
made
over here for a second?
Astroworld, which is like, would be funny, but Astroworld is just shitty.
So I think we're going to have to
Don't
share a
talk.
microphone is what's going to happen. So I can sit like this.
Astroworld is just shitty. Fuck. What was the Post Malone album? I don't even remember anymore.
Hollywood is
bleeding,
bleeding.
yep.
Vampires
So we're just going to have to pass the
feeding.
microphone back and forth, I think. Pass.
Pass.
We'll figure it out.
Every time you have to pass the mic, you have to go puff puff.
You can just raise your hand when you want to talk, and we'll you can sit over there when you have something you want to say.
Wait.
Raise your hand, and we'll switch.
No.
No.
And then and then you
'cause,
sit
see,
here.
You just
No.
applied with that. I was losing my mic. And
Well,
like,
yeah, I don't know that it's gonna be you.
I'm fine to the death with this mic. So
Okay. So who would lose their mic?
Mackenzie and I can share a mic.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's kind of easy.
Oh,
We can just
okay.
both
That's
sit
fine.
here.
God. Polite and civil.
Women
I
are
don't
crazy.
understand this shit.
Wow. Can't even believe.
I don't
Can't
understand
even
this
believe
shit.
that just happened so easily.
That was
I'll even share my popcorn.
Blessed.
I won't have popcorn next week, hopefully. This is a sin.
I was ready to
4
like
bags
do
of
some
popcorn
rock
today.
paper scissors shit or something.
it was your guess, so I was already ready
Brittany,
for
if you
to
really
lose
want,
rock,
if you
paper,
want to share a
scissors.
mic, we can come over here. You can share my mic too. We can all
All
three
three.
share a mic, and we can have an empty mic. Because guess what? We cooperate.
What if you like put 2 mics together and like talk through both of them? Does that just make it?
I don't know. Let's find out.
Oh my god,
Doing a science experiment.
it's just
It sounds
loud.
exactly the same.
Sounds exactly the same.
Well, I'm kind of close to them, but if I talk normal, it is a little louder. But
Hollywood is bleeding.
will you stop that?
Well, you talked about it, and now that terrible beginning.
You were singing it earlier too.
I was.
What was your excuse earlier?
It was still a bad album.
Yeah.
Because I was putting it on my most disappointing list of
Ah, yes.
2019.
I actually don't know if it's worse than Astroworld. I just know that
Wow.
I've tried to listen to Astroworld and I've been able to make it through sicko mode.
Sicko Mode is the only good song.
Sicko Mode's a great fucking song.
Sicko Mode's a good song. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like,
Like-
when it comes on, I pretend to be mad for a minute, but then I'm not mad.
All trap sounds the same.
It's racist.
Doesn't matter if it's what?
Do you know? Speaking of racist, do you know
Oh,
what I
no.
watched the other day or last night? We watched Lady and the Tramp. Do you know how racist Lady and the Tramp is? You wouldn't believe it.
It's very racist.
Also, Brother
How?
Bear. What?
Brother Bear, also kind of racist.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh,
I love both
yes.
of those movies.
Oh yes.
How is Lady and the Tramp racist?
Okay, well, the Siamese cats is bad. Also, there is a Mexican
There are Siamese
Chihuahua
cats.
in the movie that makes some,
It plays like Oriental music for the Siamese cats too.
Oh,
It's like,
yes.
ugh.
Oh my god.
and they're both
Yeah.
they're going like,
Yeah.
it's really bad.
Yeah, it's very
Have you
bad.
seen the
And-
Aristocats?
Yes.
Not in a minute.
Okay.
I don't
There's
think
Siamese
there's
cats in that
anything-
movie.
Mm.
Yeah.
Because there's the like jazz band and he does like I'm not gonna say it because it's like he does like a Breakfast at Tiffany's impression as he plays the xylophone. You know, it's Mickey Rooney, I think. Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Yeah.
Oh.
He does like that type of thing.
Oh, that's
Oh.
not as bad. That's not as bad as what I saw in Lady and the Tramp. I can't.
Maybe. I don't know.
The Chihuahua was very Mexican and had a very. He goes, "Oh yes," and my brother, some very stereotypical, really offensive name. Because he said something and I looked at my roommate Delaney and I was like, that was borderline. That was kind of like a microaggression. And then he said the name and I was like, nope, that one was. Yep, that was bad. Yeah, they took the Siamese cat part out for the new movie though.
Fucking cowards.
With the
Betray the source material like that.
I'm embarrassed that I used to run around singing that song.
All those early Disney movies are super racist.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but I mean, they did put a disclaimer in that says these reflect old values. You know what?
On Disney Plus, they added that.
Yes, they
That's
did.
some interesting revisionist history from
did
the
do
Walt
that.
Disney Company.
They said these don't reflect the current values of the company, but these are old movies that reflected the views of the times. So, yikes.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't know. What was the? There was another one that I was like, yikes.
Dude, Peter
Dumbo's
Pan,
crazy.
Dumbo.
Why does Dumbo get drunk? Why does Dumbo get drunk?
I don't know,
Because
dude.
that
The
scene
pink
is really
elephants
cool.
on. Fuck, my laptop's gonna die. The pink elephants on parade scene is fucking
He's
awesome.
tripping the elephant's on acid, dude. I don't.
That-
movie's insane.
That was like made for Tim Burton, like when Tim Burton remade Dumbo.
I've
But live
never
action?
seen it. Tim Burton's like my favorite, and I never
Apparently
went to
it's
theaters
just, like,
to see it.
Normal, boring Disney live action.
Really?
cut
I
and
didn't
copy,
think that
yeah.
Tim Burton would like.
That's what I thought, but like that's what I
I
heard.
thought he'd do
and
something a
so
little
I
creepy and different with it,
never bothered to see it because it's
like Alice in Wonderland. You know,
yeah.
I don't think Disney will give him the creative freedom to do that
they
anymore.
did with Alice in Wonderland.
That was a long time ago.
Oh, those movies are good.
Both of them.
Is there a second one?
Yeah,
I don't remember what it is.
she fights a Jabberwocky.
Oh, the
which is like a
Jabberwocky.
dragon.
That's the first one.
Is that?
Yeah.
That's,
Yeah, it is. Yes, it is.
Well, I've never
It
seen the
might be.
second one, and I know the word Jabberwocky.
Yeah, the
so it must
Jabberwocky's
be the
for
first
sure the
one.
first one. They did make a second one though. I'm remembering.
Yeah, I
because
know that
it's
there is
the
a
Mad.
second
It's
one.
about the Mad Hatter,
Yeah.
and I don't remember.
okay.
Avril Lavigne did a song for that movie. That's how old that movie is, and it was really good. It's like,
So there's.
yeah, I'm gonna listen to that when I leave.
I think I just separated it because
It's like Through the Looking
part
Glass.
of
or
that
something.
Oh,
Because,
yeah.
like,
Alice
Because
Through the
it's-
Looking Glass.
because
yeah.
that's one of the old cartoons was Alice Through the Looking Glass
Yeah.
or Mickey Through the Looking Glass.
I don't know.
Mickey Through the Looking Glass, but I
Yes.
believe
Three-
Through the Looking Glass is
That used
the
to
source
be-
material for Alice in Wonderland.
That used to be my like favorite short film, Mickey Through the Looking Glass.
Like
It's
half that
creepy.
movie
That's
is
what-
not bad, and then the other half of the movie is not good,
Did y'all ever play Epic Mickey?
which is why I thought.
That's
it
what I was just going to
Yes.
reference.
Oh god, that game is so good.
I was just going to say that's
Oh.
the basis for the beginning of Epic Mickey. Is
That
Through the
yes,
Looking Glass.
it is my favorite video game. Oh my god.
You could either
I
like
used to sit and not leave the house for hours. I was painting, I was paint thinning, I was doing it all.
yeah, because you can either like be evil and use paint thinner, or like be good and use
Oh, yeah.
paint. So like, obviously paint thinner is so much cooler.
And it was cool because you went through like the Disney parks that were like abandoned, and you could like paint them or like thin. It was cool. That game was
and
great.
the like Steamboat Willie part.
Yes. Oh, that game was so good.
It's a great game.
They should do that. They should do a version of that for the Switch.
Never played that game.
Oh God, you're
Sounds
missing
like I'm
out.
missing out.
Yeah,
You
you
are.
are.
You are. They should do that for the Switch. Disney, if you're
I don't
listening.
know who. I feel like that's a THQ game, so that
I
the
think it
rights for that is
is.
probably in limbo somewhere because THQ fucking died like 3 years ago.
It was huge when it came out, though. Like I remember they were doing
Yeah.
on Disney Channel. They were doing like
There's two of them actually.
Disney. Yeah, I never played the second one. The
I didn't
Disney
either. I suspect
365
That's why there's not a third
was
one.
like doing like bits on Epic Mickey. The game was
Made by
good.
Junction Point Studios.
They had the like little intros of like the old Disney.
They had like the Steamboat Willie like in between each
Yeah,
level.
it was like
Which, like, that
Cup.
song
What was
slapped.
that? What's the Cup video game?
Cuphead.
Man?
Cuphead?
Yeah, Cuphead. It's like that.
You know, Junction Point Studio, the studio that made Epic Mickey, literally only made Epic Mickey and Epic Mickey 2.
Well, then they've done nothing wrong. Maybe I did play Epic Mickey too.
They became defunct in 2013.
I struggle with video games because I get stressed out like I am living the video game, and I can't finish it because I get so panicky like it's me. Like I can't finish Zelda because I get scared. 'Cause I'm afraid of the boss. I can't do it. I panic. I like freeze. I'm like, ah! I can't.
Sorry, I had to
All right.
I was kind of waiting. I was hoping you would keep talking. See you in 2 weeks.
Happy Thanksgiving to all. A good night.
Happy Lurky Turkey Day. Eat some turkey.